So now let's go to the last question. So this is the question where I said there will be two quadratic expressions. Okay, so let's read the question. The sum of all real values of x satisfying the equation x squared minus 5x plus 5. So this is the first quadratic expression raised to x squared plus 4x minus 60. So this is the second quadratic expression equal to 1ish. Okay, so first we have to check the RHS. RHS is equal to 1. Now when can you have one number raised to the other number equal to 1? Okay, there are various possibilities. Any non-zero real number raised to 0 is equal to 1. Okay, any real number not equal to 0. Then 1 raised to any number is equal to 1. So here the base is 1 and the index can be any number. And minus 1 raised to any even number will be equal to 1. So we need to consider these three possibilities now. Okay, so that's what I have done here. Possibility 1, possibility 2 and possibility 3. Okay, first what I did is I went to the index or the exponent and I equated it to 0. Okay, which then gave me two values of x, basically the roots of the quadratic equation x squared plus 4x minus 60. Okay, you will find that the roots are minus 10 and 6. Now do not say that at minus 10 and 6 the expression is equal to 1. Okay, we should make sure that the base should not be equal to 0. Otherwise 0 raised to 0 will be an indeterminate form. So I did that here. X squared minus 5x plus 5. If x is negative 10, then it will be 100 minus 5 into minus 10 plus 5, definitely not equal to 0. Then I did the same thing for 6. Okay, so 36 minus 30 plus 5. So 36 minus 30 is 6. 6 plus 5, 11. So not equal to 0. So we now have got two real values of x satisfying the given equation. And these things can be considered as the values because negative 10 raised to 0 is 1 and 6 raised to 0 is also 1. Okay, then let's go to the second possibility where the base is equal to 1. So we should now equate x squared minus 5x plus 5 to 1. Shift 1 here, you'll get x squared minus 5x plus 4. If you solve this quadratic equation, then you will get x equal to 1 and x equal to 4. There is no need to now check for 1 raised to whatever number that you are going to get here. Okay, because x squared plus 4x minus 60 is a finite quantity for x equal to 1 and for x equal to 4. Okay, so now we have got two more values of or two more real values of x satisfying the given equation. They are 1 and 4. Okay, now let's go to the third possibility where we will equate the base to negative 1. Okay, but we will make sure that the index should be an even natural number. Okay, or even integer. So if we first solve the equation x squared minus 5x plus 5 equal to negative 1, if you shift it here, then it will be plus 6. You solve this equation x squared minus 5x plus 6, you will get two roots, x equal to 3 and x equal to 2. And now comes the main part. If x is equal to 3, then x squared plus 4x minus 60 will be 9 plus 12 minus 60. Okay, now any odd number plus even number is odd and any odd number minus an even number is again odd. Okay, so we should reject x equal to 3 because although the base is negative 1, the power is actually an odd number, so it won't be equal to 1. But for x equal to 2, that is fine. If x is equal to 2, this will be 4, this will be 8. So addition and subtraction of even numbers is always even. So we basically had six different values of x, out of which one is to be rejected, and that value is 3. And we should reject it because the index is an odd number. So they're asking the sum of all real values of x. So which 5 values should we now consider? Minus 10 and 6, which we obtained here, considering the first case. Any non-zero real number raised to 0 is 1. Then the other two values 1 and 4, which we obtained here by considering the second case, base equal to 1, index any real number. And then finally from the third case we had to reject x equal to 3. We will only consider x equal to 2, so only one value. Yes, so plus 2, if you sum them up, 6 plus 4, 10, that will cancel, minus 10, 1 plus 2, 3. That is option C. Okay, now you can see that if you had not rejected x equal to 3, then you would have ended up with the answer 6. And 6 is present as option A. But is x equal to 3 a valid choice? No, it is not the valid choice, because base is equal to minus 1. That's fine. Okay, 9 plus 5, 14, 14 minus 15 minus 1. But if you go to the power is an odd number. So this won't be equal to 1, that will be equal to minus 1. We do the same thing in the adjoint method to get the cofactors from the minors. Okay, so option C is the right option and not option A. Okay, so that completes our discussion on various types based on quadratic equations in the JEE. In the next session we will revise complex numbers and we will cover all important problem types which are more frequently asked in the joint entrance examination.